It's here. Massive cosmic convergence is happening right now, or it just did. And trust me, this is not something you want to brush aside. Tonight, 4 powerful planets align, while the Crescent Moon drifts near the Pleiades, Aldebaran, and Uranus. You may glance up and see a beautiful sky, but make no mistake, this moment is not just about what's visible. The real shift is happening beneath the surface of your life. This is an energetic wave, a ripple that reaches into the deepest parts of you, stirring what's been quiet for too long. If you're watching this before the alignment, listen carefully. You still have time to align yourself with this rare, potent energy. But if you're watching after, don't move a muscle. Because I'm about to break down what you might have done wrong, how that could already be shaping your next chapter, and what you need to do to fix it before this energy settles in and becomes your new reality. This isn't just a beautiful night sky. It's a convergence that amplifies everything you are holding on to: your intentions, your fears, your unresolved patterns. Engage with this energy correctly, and it can elevate you. But engage with it carelessly, or worse, ignore it, and you risk locking yourself into cycles that will quietly derail your growth, your peace, your relationships. These are cycles that harden over time, that become walls that limit your freedom to choose something better. This is why this moment matters. This is why this message matters. Like this video, subscribe for more insights, and drop the number 77 in the comments if you're ready to break free, to align, to step into the shift this convergence brings, and help spread this message. Because too many people are sleepwalking through moments that shape everything that comes next. Number 1, the cosmic setup. Why this alignment matters. Energetic overview. Let's break down why this moment isn't just another night sky event. These celestial bodies aren't just floating rocks or distant lights. They are energetic forces, moving, influencing, shaping what's happening in your life right now. Tonight, 4 planets, Venus, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars, become visible, each one representing a different force that governs how you live, how you love, how you grow. Venus is the force of love, beauty, connection, and self-worth. It governs your relationships, your finances, your values. Saturn stands at the opposite end. It's structure, discipline, responsibility, the long game. It brings the lessons, the tests, the karmic consequences of how well you've built your life. Jupiter is the great expander. It amplifies whatever it touches, for better or worse. It can bring growth, opportunity, or it can magnify problems you haven't dealt with. And Mars? Mars is action, drive, passion. It's the fire that moves you forward or burns you out if left unchecked. Now layer this planetary alignment with the Crescent Moon. The moon is always the amplifier of emotions, the mirror of your subconscious. When it's in its crescent phase, it symbolizes new beginnings, the fragile, tender space where intentions take root. It heightens emotional sensitivity, making you more receptive, more aware of what's stirring inside. But that's just the surface. The moon passes near the Pleiades, a star cluster known as the Seven Sisters. The Pleiades have been seen across cultures as messengers from higher realms, representing spiritual awakening, deep intuition, and ancestral wisdom. Their presence opens a channel, a space where insight, clarity, and guidance can flow through. Near them is Aldebaran, the eye of the bull in Taurus, a star tied to courage, leadership, and integrity. Aldebaran doesn't ask for perfection, it demands honesty. It tests whether your actions align with your core values, whether you're leading your life from truth or hiding behind fear. And then there's Uranus, the planet of sudden change, of awakening, of breaking free from old patterns. Uranus doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It brings shocks, surprises, breakthroughs. It forces you to wake up. So tonight, these aren't just distant bodies. These are forces: love, discipline, expansion, action, intuition, leadership, awakening, all converging. Their energies overlap, amplify, and create a portal. This isn't just a sky event, it's a doorway. How you step through it determines what you carry forward and what you leave behind. Number 2, the portal effect. Why this moment sets the tone for months. When planets align like this, it isn't just astronomy, it's energy. Planetary alignments amplify the collective frequency. They magnify what's happening beneath the surface, not just within individuals, but across the collective field. It's like turning up the volume on everything. Your emotions, your thoughts, your relationships, your inner conflicts. Everything that's been quiet, subtle, or ignored becomes louder. And this convergence with four powerful planets and the Crescent Moon gathering near the Pleiades, Aldebaran, and Uranus is no ordinary alignment. It's a trigger point, a moment where the universe opens a portal, creating a ripple effect that doesn't just last a day, it sets the tone for the months ahead. This portal doesn't operate on a surface level. It reaches deep into the core of your emotional landscape. The moon's proximity to the Pleiades intensifies this, making you more vulnerable, more open to insights that normally stay hidden beneath the noise of everyday life. The Pleiades open channels to higher wisdom, but they also bring heightened emotional sensitivity. This is where emotional clarity and spiritual awakening collide. You may feel exposed, raw, but also more connected to what's true. This is not accidental. This alignment is designed to wake you up, to what you feel, to what you need, to what you've been avoiding. But Uranus is also here, and that changes everything. Uranus brings disruption. It's the energy of sudden breakthroughs and unexpected awakenings. It doesn't care about your comfort zone. If there are patterns in your life that are outdated, restrictive, or no longer aligned, Uranus will shake them loose. This is why some people will experience this convergence as a breakthrough, while others may feel like things are falling apart. It depends on how willing you are to engage with the energy consciously. If you meet this portal with awareness, with reflection, with a willingness to act in alignment with what's rising within you, it becomes a catalyst. It propels you into aligned action, opens doors you've been too afraid to step through, and brings clarity where there's been confusion. But if you ignore it, dismiss the insights, or numb yourself to the emotions surfacing, this energy doesn't just fade, it calcifies. It locks you into patterns of avoidance, confusion, or missed opportunities that ripple for months. This is why this moment is so crucial. The portal is open. The only question is how you walk through it. Number 3, emotional and energetic signs. How you know this shift is moving through you. You don't need to look up at the sky to know this energy is moving through you. You've already felt it. It shows up in ways that are hard to ignore, even if you can't quite explain them. Maybe you've noticed yourself feeling more emotionally heightened than usual. Small things feel bigger. Your sensitivity is turned up. You might feel restless, like something inside you is shifting, but you can't put your finger on what. That's not a coincidence. That's the energetic impact of this convergence stirring up your emotional landscape. This alignment works beneath the surface, pressing on areas you've kept quiet, areas that need to be addressed. That's why you might suddenly find yourself experiencing disruptions or insights in your relationships, finances, or personal goals. Conversations that felt stable might now feel strained. Goals you were sure about might suddenly feel misaligned or hollow. Or maybe out of nowhere, you've had realizations. Those moments where the truth hits you hard, showing you something you've been avoiding. This is how the energy of Uranus, the planet of awakening, and the moon near the Pleiades work together. They shake loose what you've been holding back, not to punish you, but to reveal what's real. And the signs don't stop there. If you've been having vivid dreams, ones that feel too real, too symbolic to dismiss, this is the energy moving through your subconscious. These dreams may carry messages, themes, or unresolved emotions that demand your attention. Or maybe you've noticed synchronicities, repeating numbers, symbols that show up again and again, messages that seem tailored for you. These aren't random. They're signals that the universe is speaking, trying to get your attention through patterns you can't ignore. You might also feel moments of deep clarity, those brief flashes where everything makes sense, where you see the bigger picture. Or, just as easily, you may swing into intense uncertainty, feeling like nothing is clear anymore. Both are signs that the shift is happening. One moment, things feel certain. The next, the ground feels unsteady. This back and forth is part of the process. It's the energy moving, realigning, shaking up what's been stagnant. These signs are the proof that the convergence isn't just happening out there, it's happening in you. Number 4, mistakes people make during these alignments. Warning signs. Here's where things get tricky. This convergence brings intense energy, but the way most people respond, they ignore it. They brush off the emotional waves, dismiss the physical signs, write off the sudden insights as random thoughts. That's the first and most common mistake. The energy rises, emotions stir, disruptions appear, and instead of leaning in, people turn away. They tell themselves it's just a bad mood, just a coincidence. But it's not. This alignment doesn't happen often. It's designed to bring things to the surface, to show you what needs attention. Ignoring that? It's like hearing a fire alarm and deciding to take a nap. The problem doesn't go away, it just builds. The next mistake? Acting without grounding. The energy of Uranus, with its sudden shifts and unpredictable jolts, can make you feel like you need to do something, anything, just to feel in control. People make rash decisions in relationships. They cut ties too quickly, push people away, or pull someone closer without thinking it through. The same happens with money, unexpected spending, big commitments, financial risks taken in the heat of the moment. These impulsive choices feel right in the surge of energy, but they come with consequences that last far longer than the impulse. Then there's the trap of overindulgence. This alignment, especially with the dreamy influence of the Pleiades and the unpredictable push of Uranus, can make it tempting to escape, to numb out. Whether that's overeating, drinking, binge watching, or losing yourself in distractions that keep you from feeling what's rising. It feels easier, safer. But every time you choose escape, you miss the message. You avoid the breakthrough that's trying to come through the discomfort. And perhaps the most damaging mistake of all, suppressing insights. When those flashes of clarity hit, when emotions rise to the surface, there's a split second where you have a choice. Face it or bury it. And too often people bury it. They push the truth back down, tell themselves it's not the right time, they're not ready. But every time you suppress that moment, you lock yourself back into the very cycles this convergence is trying to break you out of. If any of this feels familiar, don't panic. Don't turn away. The solutions are coming. The energy doesn't close the door. It offers a way through. Number 5, rituals and actions to align with this energy. What to do. When energy like this floods in, when planets align, when the moon brushes close to powerful star clusters like the Pleiades, you don't just sit back and wait for it to pass. You meet it. You align with it. And the first step to doing that is grounding. This isn't about sitting quietly and thinking positive thoughts. Grounding means connecting yourself to the earth, anchoring your body while the energy around you swirls. If you can, get outside. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Touch the earth, the grass, the stone. And if the sky is clear, gaze upward. Let the convergence of the crescent moon, the planets, the stars, mirror the alignment you're creating within. The sky is moving, and so are you. But grounding alone isn't enough. This energy brings insights, moments of clarity that can fade just as quickly as they appear. Don't let them slip away. Sit with them. Reflect. Ask yourself directly, what new insights have surfaced for me? What truths have become clearer? And how can I act on them with clarity, not impulsively? Write it down. Give your thoughts form so they don't drift back into the fog. Then under the light of the crescent moon, set your intentions. This isn't the time for vague wishes or passive hope. Align your intentions with the forces at play. Draw from Aldebaran's courage and integrity. What leadership role are you ready to step into? Call on Uranus's freedom. Where are you ready to break free? Invite Jupiter's expansion. What area of your life needs growth? Honor Saturn's discipline. What structures do you need to strengthen? And welcome Venus's love. Where can you open your heart more fully? Let these planetary forces guide what you choose to call in. And don't forget your body. This energy doesn't just move through your mind, it stirs your whole system. Physical activity isn't just for health right now. It's a tool to integrate high-frequency energy. Walk, stretch, dance, move however you feel called. Let the motion help the energy settle, flow, and ground within you. These rituals aren't about perfection, they're about presence. They're about meeting the energy halfway and choosing to participate in the shift, rather than letting it pass over you unnoticed. Number 6, what you must avoid or risk locking in the wrong patterns. With energy this intense, the temptation to react without thinking is real. The convergence of Uranus, the Pleiades, and the moon doesn't just stir your emotions, it makes everything feel urgent, like you need to act now. But here's the danger. Rushing into decisions without grounding yourself. Uranus is the planet of sudden change, of surprises that shake your foundation. It brings that jolt of energy that makes you want to leap, to break free, to make drastic moves. But if you let that impulse take over without reflection, you risk creating more chaos than clarity. The decisions you rush into now could shape the next several months. This is why patience is your greatest ally in this moment. Just as dangerous as ignoring the emotional shifts rising within you. The crescent moon doesn't just light up the sky, it lights up your internal world. It magnifies what needs attention. Feelings that might normally whisper now feel like they're shouting, but too often people brush them aside, tell themselves they'll deal with it later. That's a mistake, because what the moon brings up now is meant to be addressed. If you ignore it, it doesn't disappear. It burrows deeper, festering beneath the surface until it erupts in ways you can't control. And while the energy might feel like it's all in your head, your body is carrying it too. Disconnection from your body is another trap. The energy of this convergence isn't just mental or emotional, it's physical. If you let yourself get stuck in your thoughts, or if you numb out, the energy stagnates. Grounding, feeling your body, moving it, connecting with the earth, is essential. It keeps you anchored while everything around you shifts. Then there's escapism. The Pleiades, with their dreamy pull and the Neptune-like haze they bring, make avoidance feel easy, tempting, like you could just drift away from the discomfort, into distraction, into fantasy. But that's the most dangerous move you can make right now. Escaping means missing the lesson, missing the breakthrough that's trying to rise through the discomfort. And Saturn? Saturn remembers. Saturn teaches that what you avoid now doesn't go away. It becomes your burden later. It hardens into patterns, consequences, limitations. This is the moment to face what's surfacing, to stay present, no matter how tempting it feels to run. Because what you face now, you free yourself from. What you avoid becomes your cage. Number 7, if you're watching after the alignment, mistakes and solutions. If you're watching this after the alignment and you're feeling that weight, that lingering sense that maybe you missed something, or worse, that you handled it all wrong, don't panic. The door hasn't slammed shut. Saturn, the planet of long-term lessons, always leaves room for accountability and course correction. But you have to be willing to face what happened honestly. If you acted impulsively, if you made quick decisions in relationships, finances, or commitments without grounding yourself first, this is your moment to revisit them. Don't just sit with regret. Bring grounding and clarity into the situation. Ask yourself, was that choice aligned with my long-term values? Or was it a reaction to the intensity of the moment? If bridges were burned too quickly, if conversations ended without closure, this is your chance to reopen communication channels. Repair is possible. Saturn doesn't punish those who take responsibility. It respects them. If you ignored the insights that came up, if you brushed aside the realizations that surfaced during the alignment, thinking they weren't important or that you'd deal with them later, stop and listen now. Those insights haven't disappeared. They're still within you, waiting for acknowledgement. Sit down, write them out. Reflect on what surfaced, whether it was a truth about a relationship, a realization about your path, or a deeper need for change. It's not too late to act. In fact, now that the intensity has softened, you might be able to see things even more clearly. And if you numbed out, if you drowned the discomfort in distraction, overindulgence, or avoidance, now is the time to reconnect with your body and reset your routines. Your body holds the energy of these moments just as much as your mind. Get back into practices that ground you. Move your body, breathe deeply, step outside, reconnect with the physical world. Saturn rewards accountability and structure. It honors those who begin again, even after they've fallen off track. The energy of the alignment may have passed, but its imprint lingers. What you do now still matters. Saturn's lesson is simple. It's never too late to realign, but the longer you wait, the heavier the burden becomes. Start now. These moments are not random. They shape the next season of your life. You can feel it, the intensity, the shift beneath the surface. But here's the truth. If you stay passive, if you sit back and let the energy pass without engaging, it settles into old patterns. The same cycles continue, the same doubts, the same limitations. But if you engage with it, if you meet the energy head on, you create space. Space for growth, space for clarity, space for alignment with the life you're meant to build. This is your chance, a rare opening to step into a higher version of yourself. The universe has opened the door, but stepping through, that's on you. No one can do it for you. This isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. This is the moment. Choose it. Align with it. Let this convergence be the turning point where things finally shift. If you're ready, like this video, subscribe for more insights like this, and drop the number 77 in the comments to show you're aligned with this rare cosmic convergence. And share this message. Someone out there needs to hear this just as much as you did. Don't let them miss it.